What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about OnyxCoin, XCN USD. It is the 14th day of December, and here we are sitting at about $0.00518 with 9 hours and 40 minutes left in the day, and in the week. It is the weekly time frame, right? We're almost done with this week here. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. We've had quite the dramatic week, disappointing week, volatile week, exciting week, whatever you want to call it, where we pumped up on the Robinhood listing news and now we've dumped all the way back down. Listing news, whenever you get any kind of exchange listing, there typically is selling pressure, so this isn't abnormal at all. We're absolutely very floored and very bullish with the Robinhood listing news. I think that's something to get excited about. Absolutely it is, but that doesn't mean that there's not going to be selling pressure, right? And it's, even if we do see lower prices, that's completely normal. It's honestly pretty damn normal when you're on one of the biggest exchanges in the world to get some selling pressure because of that. So here we are, dumping off, but not a whole lot of volume. Right. On that day, there's a lot of volume throughout this area. All the volume seems to be coming in on the buying days, not the selling days. I mean, there's some volume here on this selling day, but just a little food for thought there. I've noticed that not just XCN, but a lot of cryptos actually have this similar kind of low structure here, like this. Like we're on the daily time frame, like XYO. It reminded me. It reminded me of XCN whenever I was looking at it. We look at it on a daily time frame. It's very similar, right? Like this whole area. It's like you have your double bottom here, and you had your Robinhood listing event, and now you're dumping down. It reminds me. It's similar. It's not, obviously it's not the exact same. They're not twins, but somewhat similar, right? And it's not just those two. There's others. I'm just drawing a blank on what other ones there are, but I feel like this is what a lot of cryptos look like right now, or at least some cryptos, I should say. Daily time frame, the RSI still is productive. We still have this bullish posturing with these higher lows and these higher highs. It's a nice look overall. We might find support coming down to the 40, find support there, and then move up. And with that, being here above the 40, we should anticipate then lower prices. But that doesn't mean lower prices does not mean below these lows. It just means lower than this. I mean, we could literally get down to the 40 level on the RSI without dropping too much from here. We don't have to drop a whole mess. We can still provide higher lows, get down to this area, and then bounce from there. If we were to come down to the 40, bounce from there, we would have a nice proper higher low trajectory here in the RSI, and that might also give us enough to start the week off to the downside as well, which that's not a bad thing. I'm not opposed to that. If I expect a green week, I like to see the week start off to the downside. I think that actually works out well. If we see the week start off to the green effect, that always scares me a little bit, because likely, I mean, we look at the weekly time frame. How many of these weeks that are green have no wick underneath them? It's not impossible. There's one right there. There's one right there. But most of them have some type of a wick below them, right? How many red weeks have no wick above them, right? There's maybe one there. There's like one right there, but most of them have a wick above them. So if we start the week up, it makes me scared. If we start the week down, it gives me confidence. That's not foolproof, but it'll probably work out well for you if you keep it that way for the most part. Anyways, 1 hour time frame here. Looking at this. Oh, look at that. We had a little gap right there. We've actually come down to fill it. Oh, that's so sweet. Little gap fillage. Did we leave a gap down here? No, it's filled. Very choppy, very odd price action. I don't know how much the 1 hour is going to help us out, to be completely fair. I mean, the RSI is right at the oversold zone. We've bounced here a few times. Stochastics are reset. We probably come up, but coming up from the stochastics doesn't mean the price comes up. I mean, perfect example right here. Like, it came up a little bit, perfect example both times, but not really. The MACD is bearish overall as well. 4 hour time frame here. There's some bullish implications on the 4 hour. We can go lower and still maintain bullish, but I actually don't mind the 4 hour RSI. The stochastics are reset too, and the MACD is right at a point where you would expect it to bounce. Actually, it's kind of an interesting 4 hour time frame. Maybe we do pump from here. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe we don't go lower. Maybe we do move up. I mean, anything can happen. I just really wouldn't be surprised at all, because on the daily time frame with these higher lows, and there's no rule that says you must go down and touch this line. There's no rule that says that. We could absolutely bounce from here and see a higher high and get into the overbought zone. There's no rule that says we have to go down there, right? Like here, we're drawing this line. you would have thought that the trend broke. That would have been a bad thing there, but there's no rule that says it has to be over, that we can't move higher. We still had a higher low overall, right? So I'm just saying things don't have to be as rigid. We don't have to go down to this line and respect it. We can absolutely find support here and move higher. The stochastics are at the oversold zone. The MACD is coming up. We're just below the zero. It's coming up. There is a lot of bullish momentum. I am under the belief personally that we still could, I'm not calling for this, but we still could see lower lows. And it's important to be accepting of that. I don't expect that we'll see lower lows, but we still could see lower lows. So if we do see lower lows, buy the dip or at least hodl. It's not a big deal. But as far as the daily is concerned, I think that we are set. I think that we are ready to move up, and we're going to see some productive movements in the short term. My daughter just woke up, so I'm going to go get her. I'm going to end this video a little bit early because of that, but she's she can't start her day without me picking her up and giving her hugs. So that's basically why she's crying. I'll be there. I will see you guys later. Hit the like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Take care. Bye.